Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. As always, I'd like to start by saying thank you very much for all your support, new subscribers, old subscribers, and comments, discussions, etc, etc, all very much appreciated. Anyway, I've got this arrived. A very good friend of the channel mentioned to me that he'd had good results with this in terms of miles per gallon that he gets out of his car and also power increase. So this is Millers Petrol Eco Max. It says that it can increase power, reduce fuel consumption up to 3.2% and emissions, protects fuel systems, cleans injectors and inlet valves, adds up to 2 octane numbers. So if you put in 98 ROM, this should make it 100. We shall see. Anyhow, so it's a good test today because I'm off to collect my daughter after work. I generally do about 150, 180 mile round trip. The best the car's ever done is 32 miles to the gallon, just driving normally at like normal speed limits, so 50 to 50, 60 to 60, 70 to 70, etc, etc. So I'm gonna take Foz to her favourite watering hole down the road, get some VMAX, V-Power, and fill her to the brim, and then drive as similarly as I did the time when I miraculously achieved 32 to the gallon, and see what we can get. And once I've refilled, done some calculations, made a little video just to say how it feels, etc, etc. Once I've filled and done some calculations and stored them for the video, I will then give it the beans, get home and do a overview. So we'll have had a economy version, see what it gets economy wise, and then we'll have a power version. You know, I'm not timing anything. I've had the car for 4.5 years, done 60,000 miles. I've got a good feel for what it pulls like in all the gears, what it does 30 to 50 like, what it does 50 to 70 like, etc, etc, what it's like out the gate. So we'll see, we shall see. Anyway, so kind of excited about this one. So we'll get the camera forward, we'll get down to the watering hole, and we'll get the product in. Right, this is going in. So tank's absolutely filled to the brim. I left enough space for one dose of this. Apparently you take the lid off and then squeeze it until it fills this little reservoir. I meant to say, this apparently will treat, this has got 10 shots in the bottle, so this actual pack will treat 10 tanks of fuel. So one shot treats 50 litres of fuel. Forester Sg9 tank is just over 60 litres, I think, so we're kinda, it's going to be slightly diluted. Anyway, another thing I meant to say, slight error I said earlier, V-Power is 99 RON, so technically you should be able to get about 101 with this in it, but I'm not too worried about that part. Anyway, I won't film putting this in because I'm not sure garages like you filming that part outside, same as using the mobile phone, I guess. Anyway, so we'll get this in, see how the journey goes. I'll do an update later. Well, that part I'm sure will be of some interest. The dosing mechanism, fabulous. The little spout, fabulous. No drips, no mess, no drama. Took me 30 seconds. So that can stay on my door card, and I'll get this in every tank. Wicked. That's for the record. Fuel gauge is on its up, and that will be, as I say, it was up the neck of the filler, so that will be just below the F when it's completely full, and mileage counter is reset. Like I say, I've got a long journey today, so let's see. Well, that's slightly disappointing. I've managed 160.4 miles, and I've just stopped and filled up, and we're averaging 30 to the gallon. So it's not groundbreakingly amazing, although I didn't use huge amounts of petrol in my view for that standard road, that trip, but we were stuck in traffic for 40 minutes, so it doesn't do the car the world of good. sat there for 40 minutes just running, stop, go, stop, go, stop, go, and I probably covered 2 miles. Anyway, so maybe on a longer run it would be slightly better. But what we're going to do now is the going fast part. So we'll give that a test. Just a couple of pulls. I've got 2 miles till I got get home. Car's nice and warm. We'll do a couple of pulls and that'll be it. Oh, and we'll do a quick summary. But I was just going to say, car has felt like it's running extra smooth. You know, you do a little bit less effort or pressure on the pedal for possibly a little bit more performance. I don't know, maybe it's a placebo effect, but it has felt like it's run particularly smooth and nice today, and it's pulling well. Anyway, let's get a couple of pulls in and we'll see how she runs. So we'll just get a couple of pulls in, nothing mad, I don't want to lose my license, probably first, second, and then get it in third, over 2,000 revs, and we'll see what she's going like. Apologies for the delay. Right, we're rolling. Feels as strong as normal in this like ambient temperature, 13 degrees. It's what I'd expect. So let's drop down and get one more in. Throttle response feels nice. That's kind of what I'd expect for a car that's done. It's done 2,700 miles since its last service, so it's all running nice, it's running peachy, as they say. So it's running smooth, it's pulling clean. Does it feel particularly quicker? I don't know. I don't know. We'll do an extended test on the fuel additive, and I'll certainly keep posting up further updates on the channel. We've got 60 limits, so probably a bit of space just to do one more. Yeah, I mean, it's pulling very nice, pulling very nice. Right, so that's that. Got it in, obviously the juice, the gear, done a couple of pulls. It is feeling particularly smooth. Like I say, I've driven the car at national speed limits all the way to, third of the way around the M25 and back, and it did feel to me like it was running particularly smoothly, and I thought I was going to beat my best. I just did 40 into 40, 50 into 50, 60 into 60, 70 into 70, and so on and so forth. Got up to speed normally, felt like it's pulling nicely, but didn't go mad. But as I say, I was stuck in hideous traffic for ages, so maybe that made a difference. Current best MPG in the Forester was 32.5. Even with the additive in, it only managed 30. Boo. Anyway, so I come out of the garage local to me, about 4 miles away, and a couple of pulls in third gear, and then another in fourth, and I dropped it down into third on the hill. It is pulling smooth, it's pulling very clean. There's been no excess fumes coming out the exhaust, which I did wonder about. If it's got cleaning agents in it, I did wonder if it might smoke. Hasn't smoked, doesn't smell. It's running nice. So maybe it needs a couple of tanks full in its system to get through. Anyway, look, let's have a quick look at Fozzie, because she suits this kind of she suits this light. She definitely suits this light. Anyway, so I'll post an update if anything else sensational happens, but has it done anything? Very, very hard to say at present. Anyway, thanks for watching as always. Don't forget, if you like the content, hit that subscribe button, like. Thank you very much. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.